Hey, this the Bay Area cat. After thinking about it in some sense like that and walking and stuff, because I'm out walking now, marijuana sends a message to your lungs to stay pressurized. When you have a concussion and then your body's chakra is off, it actually tells our bodies to keep the chakra pressure in our lungs when we smoke in some sense. And then even when we breathe it through our nose and stuff like that, I think that's kind of like what it does to keep the respiratory system stimulated and stuff like that, in a sense to say, why, people smoke marijuana. Because people say they can do it with tobacco, but marijuana, for some reason, I guess because it's more of a natural thing, because I don't know if tobacco plants are green, but just because in a sense of we put a lot of foods in our bodies, like fruits and vegetables, that are susceptible to having green in the plant somewhere, in some sense. Like, how apple is a part of the tree that's green in some sense. So our body recognizes the marijuana, and it probably kind of like, in a sense of, stimulates the pituitary to respond, more because of marijuana being green and stuff like that instead of brown. Because, mostly in our brown are the color coding, and then a crap and a boo-boo. The boo-boo is brown and stuff like that. So, that's my analogy with marijuana on why I smoke it in some sense, and why I think it's helping with my treatment. Because I had a concussion in the military that was mild. I probably could get service connected because of that. But the reason why I didn't is because it's actually the one, because I've been suffering ever since I was like 7 or 8. But I didn't have dementia. I just had different things like attention deficit, nerve issues, anxiety, and stuff like that from a bad concussion that I suffered from playing ball when I was a little kid and stuff like that. My mom said I ran into somebody, so I assumed I was playing ball and stuff like that, to tell me, because, and then one day I was eating meat and then taking lorazepam, and then something triggered the part of my mind that dreamed that, hey, I do remember I had a concussion and stuff like that. And I started to remember certain things, that happened to me when I was a kid, when I was staying in North Oakland and stuff like that. I just thought about it. I said that did. And then I didn't say nothing about it until I got to San Francisco, because I'm going to say, let me see if this was true, to see, ask mom in some sense. And I asked my mom. So that's my analogy with marijuana. The smoke actually sends a message to our lungs to stay pressurized, and it tells our pituitary to do so. Then it makes our bodies respond to the natural things, because most plants, if we eat like herbs and spices or fruits and vegetables, are grown from like green things. They have some kind of green in them in some sense. So I think that's kind of like what's it. So have a good day.